Welcome back to my backyard snack yard. We're out here having a look at my dwarf nectarine tree. I'm just going to pull it out of the greenhouse so we can have a proper look at it. Everything was quite squashed in there, so I've had to tie it up to keep it in there just to find some space for it, because it had been overwintering until a few weeks ago. It had just been sitting outside in the courtyard, which is quite sheltered, just to make sure the roots wouldn't suffer from any frost or anything. But once the buds start opening, they're really susceptible to peach leaf curl, so I have to keep it under cover now, keep it dry until all the leaves are out. Usually they flower before the leaves start opening, but this one has decided to start opening the leaves as well as flower. We are still in February, so it's quite early, but they are such beautiful flowers. And I think there are lots more to come. There are lots of little buds there, flower buds. I've had this tree now, I think this is the third year. It's been in this pot. But although it's flowered every single spring, really early, it hasn't had any fruits yet because they tend to set when I hand pollinate them. In the past I've taken them into the house and hand pollinated them, but they don't really like the temperature in the house and they just have not done well. And the fruits just drop. Anything that sets drops. So this year I'm going to keep it out in the greenhouse, which is why I have tied it up. And we'll just have to see how it does. It'd be nice to have a few nectarines. But it's looking so springy, it's sounding so springy. At the moment we're having amazing weather. We're having a little sort of warm snap of about 14 degrees Celsius out here. So nice. But of course it is bringing everything on a bit early. But still, I'm just going to appreciate the beautiful weather while we have it. And overnight it's been about 9 degrees Celsius. So really amazing for February. But so far this one has been clear of peach leaf curl, and I hope that will continue. It grows so much during the summer, and I have to give it a good prune every autumn just to keep him contained and keep him like this. Once we finish overwintering, once we get to May and there's no damage of frost, then I'll just open him up again and just let him spread out, and hopefully there'll be some small little fruitlets on it, but we'll see how that goes. But I just thought I'd show him to you because he's the first real spring blossom we have, and he is so gorgeous. They are self-fertile, so he doesn't need a pollination partner, which is useful. But I'm going to keep him back into the greenhouse now, just in case any rain comes. Don't want to risk it. It is a shame because they are so frost hardy and frost tolerant, but they just can't deal with all those spores. And our wet winters. Someone else, just while I'm here, someone else has also started to open up. This is my Asian pear. And look at him. He's already got a few flowers out. He always does this super early, and then those flowers just can't get pollinated, and they certainly can't get cross-pollinated, and they certainly don't hold on. But I've tried covering him up several times and it never works. So this year we're just letting him ride it out and see how it goes. He's a 20th century pear, and he's meant to be partially self-fertile, so even though none of the other pears are flowering at the moment, he might be able to self-pollinate. But I mean, it's so early, so we'll see. So he's definitely not the first one. We also have one over here, which is just starting to break bud. And that is a Japanese quince. Such pretty things. There are lots of flower buds on it. It's really mainly grown as an ornamental here, but the fruits are also really delicious and they make a really great jam or jelly. They're full of pectin, so it's a really gloopy jam or jelly. But yeah, so things are waking up. It's very, very, very springy. All the hellebores are out too. It's such a pretty time of year. And the snowdrops too, never forgetting those beauties. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now. Look who's here, can you see him? This little Pip. He's back to keep an eye on me.